Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Dylan, and I'm back for another video. Firstly, oh fuck, I look awful as shit. That's okay though. Bloop. Hey, how you doing, Aaron? I'm gonna let a few people come in here first, even though, oh god, my hair looks so fucking awful. I look so fat right now. Oh my god. But anyway, y'all, yes, I do know some tea about who has been contacted for the 40th season of Survivor. So if y'all don't know, casting for Survivor goes on between September all the way up until March when they finally put people in for 39. Looking good as always. Well, thank you. But anyway, we do know all of the people that have been contacted for season 40. If you don't know, season 40 was rumored to be an All-Stars, and what do you know? It is a fucking All-Stars. Am I surprised by this? No. I knew, see, ever since season 20, they've been doing something special for the 20th, the 30th, and now the 40th season. Was Russell contacted? No, I actually have the list with me right here. I'm going to pull it up right now so that all of you lovely people can see everything. But just know that I approve of the people that have been contacted. This is a pretty well-rounded group. It's a lot of old school people and a lot of new school people. I do feel like too many people were contacted from the last 3 seasons specifically, but I mean, recency bias is going to come anyway. There's actually a few that surprise me. So we're going to go down the list of each person. Starting off, we have 3 people from Survivor Borneo. We have Gretchen, Greg Buis, and Colleen. So I'm not surprised by Colleen because Colleen is somebody that they've been trying to get on the show. If y'all don't know, Colleen and Elizabeth Hasselbeck were kind of like the sweethearts of old Survivor, and both of them have just been turning down coming back ever since. They were massive fan favorites, and it's just they don't feel the need to come back. So I'm not surprised that they've contacted her. Do I think she'll say yes? I don't know. I know that Elizabeth Hasselbeck is never fucking coming back though because she is rich as fuck. Oh shit, I need to fucking fix my hair, man. My hair is so fucked up. Okay, this is presentable. Moving on, Gretchen. I'm surprised by Gretchen. Gretchen hasn't been reached out to come back from any season, but if you don't know, Gretchen was eliminated on the messiest vote in Survivor history. Yes, the messiest vote in Survivor history. Y'all thought Cirie was messy. This was messy. She went home on, I think, a vote of like 2 to like 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Like almost every person at her tribal council got a vote, and she went home because she got 2 votes. So I'm actually interested to see her come back. She was an interesting character the first season. And Greg was a massive fan favorite. And if you don't know, he was contacted for second chances, but he declined because of work. Moving on, we have season 3, Survivor Africa's Teresa T-Bird. Now, I'm not surprised that Teresa was reached out to because Teresa was it was like shock when she didn't get to go on second chances. Everyone expected her to be on second chance. Everyone. Like, it was a major upset when Kelly Wentworth went on instead of her. But as a matter of fact, more so Monica Padilla got on instead of her. So I am excited to see her come back. I think she will get the call, and I think they will put her on because of how close she was to getting on for second chances. But T-Bird. So next is actually kind of a shocker for me. Danielle DiLorenzo from Exile Island and Heroes versus Villains. So this is why I'm kind of surprised by this. Some people thought All Stars for 40 would be, nah, they're not going to do that. They're not going to specifically take people from the past couple seasons. They're going to take everybody. They're going to get a whole well-rounded group. They're going to get people from all seasons. They're not going to just stick from like 21 and up. But as for Danielle DiLorenzo, I'm kind of surprised that they asked her back for a few reasons. So Danielle was kind of like the wild card pick when they put her in for Heroes versus Villains. She wasn't really somebody that the fans really remembered or loved or anything like that. She was just known as the girl that fucked over Terry. So I'm actually kind of surprised to see that she got asked back, especially after how she went out on Heroes versus Villains. Another person that's being asked back is Amanda. So Amanda, I'm kind of interested to see come back because Amanda is a legend. Whether you like it or not, she's a Hall of Famer. She is one of 4 people to make it to the final tribal council 2 times. And had Heroes versus Villains not been just, Heroes versus Villains the whole season, she might have done better. Next up, very big surprise, is Fabio, the winner of Survivor Nicaragua. They asked him back. Okay, I guess. Oh, what'd she say? What did the check marks mean? Oh, no, the check marks are just somebody likes it on Twitter. But Fabio was kind of surprised for me because Fabio, Nicaragua is a very miscellaneous season. A lot of people consider it to be one of the worst seasons. People consider him to be one of the worst winners. Think about that. One of the worst winners, if not the worst winner, out of 37 out of 37 winners that we have so far. He's considered one of the worst, if not the worst. So kind of surprised to see him getting asked back because the closest thing we've gotten to a reference of him was when Cass compared Wu to him. Next is, I'm not surprised they asked him because, everyone has a boner for Boston Rob. They asked him back. Do I think he will come back? Yes, for a few reasons. He said, I have to go back because, he said he used this analogy. Oh, hold on. Raven's calling me. Hey, Raven, I decided to go live on YouTube. Why don't you come watch?
Hey, Raven. Bitch, I see you on here.
Oh, my God.
I see you on this thing. I see you on this thing, and I'm going to join. I want to be on here.
Well, you can listen live now.
Yeah, send me the link so I can join.
Okay, I'll send you the link.
Okay, bye.
All right. But anyway, Boston Rob, definitely he's going to come back for a few reasons. Love Raven. He's going to come back because him and Amber had the analogy that, we were put together through Survivor, so we have to give back to Survivor. And I've seen him posting shit about Survivor all the time. He'll come back, but if he comes back, he's going to flop because an all-star cast is not going to suck his dick. They didn't in Heroes versus Villains. They're not going to suck his dick. No, ma'am. They ain't going to do that. Next, from Amazon, Heidi. Oh, Raven, by the way, if you can see this, I can't send you a link because this is in Google Hangouts. Fuck. So, if you want your commentary, you're going to have to, call me and I can, link you in. But Heidi is somebody that they wanted to bring back for a while, and Heidi coming back would be iconic. If y'all don't know, Heidi was the shit back in, olden days Survivor. She was, she was one of the Playboy girls for Survivor. Survivor had a bunch of their girls go into Playboy. She was a Playboy bunny for Survivor. She was that, hyped up, and she was a big fan favorite that season. Big fan favorite. Next is another big name, not because of what he did on the show, but because of what he's done outside the show. Rob Cesternino. And, I've been wondering for the longest time, when is he going to get a call? Because I know that Rob is completely engulfed in Survivor. So I've been just kind of thinking they haven't invited him back yet? I'm kind of surprised. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see if they actually put him on. But I'm kind of surprised that they invited him. Because he's been doing a lot of stuff for Survivor. And he's and he probably will go in with a really big target. Or it'll be a good thing because he's interviewed pretty much every single person that has gone on and off Survivor. Ian from Palau, he's a good choice to come back. He hasn't come back for a long time, and he pretty much gave up his spot. So I'd be interested to see him come back. Then we have Danny Boatwright, who won Guatemala. Bring her back. Firstly, Guatemala is a very underrated season. I really enjoyed Guatemala. And I don't know why more people from that season haven't come back. I want to see her play again. I think it'd be interesting to see her play again. For real. So bring Danny Boatwright back. Shit. She was an underdog that season. A very big underdog. Bring that girl back. Sophie Clark. Sophie was, and see, like the thing with some of these people is that some of them were on the like casting list for seasons like Second Chances and Game Changers. Like Ian was slated for Second Chances. Danny and Sophie were slated for Game Changers. Like, so not all of these are just brand new faces to coming back again. But I want to see Sophie play again because Sophie is in one of the worst seasons of Survivor, and I feel like she's a very underrated winner. Next is Sabrina. Sabrina, she's been very close to coming back for the past couple seasons. She was close to coming back for Fans versus Favorites 2, Second Chances, and Game Changers, but all 3 times she just didn't make the cut. So I'd be interested to see her come back for sure. But out of all of the big names on here, she's gonna have to pull a Wentworth or else. Kim Spradlin. If this is what I think this is, which what I think it is, it's a winner versus runner-up or something like that. A winner versus, what was it? Champions versus challengers was like the name someone came up with. If that's what they're doing, like, then that's what they are. These spoilers or rumors? No, these are spoilers. These are all of the people that have gotten calls. Like, these are all the people that have been certified to have gotten the call. This isn't the whole, but any news on Cass? I don't think Cass is on this list. But there are like a couple of spots still left for people that are getting calls. These are just the first group of people that are getting calls to come back. Like, this isn't no set in stone cast. So there are still people that could come into the mix later on, or there like are people that are definitely going to be cut. But Kim is somebody that I'd really like to see come back because she is like, she played one time and she's in the Hall of Fame, which I think is like unique to her. I think Tony was inducted before he played a second time. So like, I think her and Tony are the only 2 that are in that boat, but she played a really great game. And I feel like she's the kind of player that needs a second time playing to solidify why they are such a great player. Next is Pete. Pete was Abby Maria's boyfriend in Philippines, and he basically is the reason why RC and Abby hate each other. I'd be interested to see him come back. See, like, the thing with all the people that they've named so far is there isn't really anybody that they've said so far that I don't want to see come back. Like, I'd be fine with any of these people coming back. Next is Becky. This one really surprised me. Becky from Cook Islands. Now, Becky was part of the I-24, which was, if you guys haven't seen Cook Islands, you should watch it. It's one of the best seasons. And what basically happened was there was Rero and I2. And I2 only had 4 members because Candace and Jonathan both, what should we call it? They both mercied. What did they do? I forgot the name of it. It's like a pirate term. I forgot what they call it. Mutinied. They both mutinied. That's right. They both mutinied over, Becky Lee. They both mutinied off the team, which left those 4 against, like, I think the team was like 8 people or something like that. It might have even been more. And they were basically like labeled as they're either going to get pagonged off when the merge started, because there was no way that the merge was going to be final 8 or like even final 7. So they were going to get pagonged off. They won every challenge. And it was evident as fuck. And somehow, some way, Immunity Idol, they were able to save themselves. And she's one of the people that got asked to come back. And I'm surprised because I haven't seen Cook Islands in a very long time. So maybe I just need to refresh myself on it. But I don't remember her being like all that big a fan favorite or anything like that. And like, people don't really mention Becky. Or Sundra, even though Sundra went through a lot too, but people don't really mention Becky. So it would be interesting to see her come back. I feel like she would be like sort of a wacky pick, like, you know what I mean? And I feel like we kind of need that. I mean, she did make it to final 3. Yul won Cook Islands and is considered one of the best winners, even though I feel like him having that super idol is why he won. People have been wanting to see him come back, so I'd be hyped to see him come back. And then you have Earl, which if you don't know, Earl was up to come back for Game Changers, but work stopped him. Earl is another person that people really want to see come back. He's the first black man to win Survivor. First black overall person was Vecepia, whereas Vecepia, I want to see Vecepia come back. But Earl would be an interesting person too, because when he played, he had never seen Survivor before. Now let's see how he plays after already winning and taking years off. Todd is also on this list. See, there's a lot of winners that are on this list, which makes me think, is that the theme? Like, what is it? I'd like to see Todd come back. Fuck. And then you have from Philippines, you have Lisa Welchel and Denise, another winner. Denise is probably one of the best winners solely for the fact that this woman went to every single tribal council that season. And I believe she only left the game with 3 votes to her name, I want to say. Let me actually check that really quickly so y'all don't say I'm wrong. It might be 4, but from what I recall, she was never really in any danger of going home. The closest was when what's her face, Jonathan and Carter voted with Abby. She left the game with 5 votes, 1 from Abby, 2 from Abby, 1 from Jonathan, 1 from Carter, and 1 from Malcolm at the final 4. So basically, she went. Oh, and she got 1 from Dawson too, which is like, but she got tribe swapped onto a team where she was the only new person in the tribe. The fact that I feel like Yul will return. The fact that she went through all that shit and won, props to her. And had Lisa taken Malcolm to the end, Lisa would have won. So Lisa made one faulty move from winning. And people say, oh, well, Malcolm would have won. Not according to the jury, because they polled the jury. And apparently Lisa would have won. Reynolds and Eddie from Fans vs. Favorites 2. You know, I was expecting, out of all the people from that season, I felt like these 2 were the ones that would get asked back. But the thing with Eddie is that Eddie's only storyline was really that he was the underdog and that he like lasted the longest out of his like little 3 Amigo alliance. Reynolds was the more like outspoken one, but I'd be fine with either of them coming back, just not both of them. Natalie Bolton. Natalie was so close. If y'all don't know, Natalie has been in purgatory waiting to come back. She was close to getting second chances. She was flown out for Heroes versus Villains. They literally have a promotion shot of her. Like, you can find it somewhere on the internet. She was close to getting into Game Changers. So the past 4 or 3 times where all-star candidates were available, I believe she was eligible for Fans vs. Favorites 2 as well. But all of those times, she got so close, and they just didn't put her on. I'd like to see her come back. Next is Stephanie LaGrossa, who was on Heroes vs. Villains, Palau, and Guatemala. Now, if y'all don't know, the original theme for Philippines was that they would bring back. They were originally going to do 3 female team captains, because in the past they had just been doing, Coach and Ozzy and this and that. And Stephanie was one of the people they did, but then they changed the theme to be like all medevacs, and all that medevacs they had were men once again. So it's like, no. But I'd like to see Stephanie play again, because I feel like Stephanie's chances were cut so short on Heroes versus Villains because she got stuck on a very melanistic team. And even though they would agree that they were all very chauvinistic on that team, like everyone would agree with that. So I'd like to see Stephanie come back. She's a very strong player. And seeing her with Danny Boatwright again. See, I'm thinking that this is either like they're going to bring back a winner and they're going to bring back a winner's like rival. Or they're going to just do winners versus other people. I don't know though. Another person that they were thinking of bringing back. Now, this one's the gag. Parvati Shallow. I think Parvati's going to come back. No. Parvati has openly said she's never coming back to Survivor again. And honestly, if Parvati did come back, it would be near impossible for her to do good, because she would have the biggest target on her back, because she was very close to being a 2-time winner. Very close. And I feel like Sandra is able to deflect that, because Sandra doesn't even seem like a threat, even though she did win 2 times. So I feel like Parvati coming back, she would need to like do what Sari did and win all the pre-merge like immunities so that no one would want to take her out. Or maybe people have forgotten about her. Probably not, because people still to this day say that they are like Parvati. In fact, I feel like some people just use her name because they know they can use her name. Moving on, Jerry Manthe. Ooh, who's calling me? Hello?
Hello, Visa Express analyst, can you come to Archway, please?
Oh, you're by the archway?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll be right there.
thank you.
I will be right back, y'all. My food is here. I need to go get my food. Fuck, there's so many of you guys here. All of y'all, like, stay here. I will be right back. I need to grab my DP dough, though. Okay? Please stay. Okay? I feel so fucking bad now. But talk amongst yourselves. Shit, where's my fucking shit? They're gonna make me walk all the way to the archway? I'm back. I'm half dead, but I'm back. Oh shit, we have 9 of you still. Oh fuck. Okay. Thank you to everyone who waited. I'm back now. Okay. Okay. Who was I last on? I just ran a fucking mile, bitch. Oh, I think I was on Jerry Manthe. Ooh, ASMR time, I guess. We love a good ASMR. Okay, get the fuck out of the way. Jerry Manthe. When you talk about Survivor villains, even though Jerry was more of a hero in her last season, you got to talk about Jerry. Jerry, when the second season of Survivor came out, was universally hated by everybody. She was the villain. She was mentioned in Scary Movie. That's how hated she was. Am I surprised that they're inviting her back? This better be a legend season. Because she is a legend. I'd be interested to see her come back again. Because just of how so differently she played on Heroes versus Villains. Next up. Now, this guy, in my opinion, is probably the most overrated winner in all of Survivor. Love me or hate me? John Cochran. Now, this is why I don't fuck with Cochran. I felt like Cochran is so overrated because he represents the show. He's like the least likely to win Survivor based on how he looks. So Jeff just like shoves him down our throat. At the end of the day, not that great a player. Look at how he did on fucking South Pacific. Sucked. And then he comes back and he does really well and he wins unanimously. But you have to remember, he was sitting in the end with Dawn. If you know what I was referencing, then you're a real Survivor fan. And Sherry, who? Exactly. If he comes back, I feel like he's going to flop. Next three I'm particularly interested in. You have Tyson, Tina, and Rupert. Rupert has been on this show 4 times and never won. And unlike Cirie, he's been voted off each time. Fairly. I feel like bringing Rupert back is kind of like a must because he is the most popular player of all time. I don't know if that's going to hold true if he keeps coming back. But after the way he went out in Blood versus Water, he can get another chance. Tina was very close to being the next 2-time winner. Had she won that final immunity challenge, she would have beaten anybody in the end. She would have beaten Tyson. She would have beaten Gervais. She would have beaten Monica. Anybody. She was winning. So she can come back again. I'm fine with that. And Tyson's fucking hysterical. I like something about that cynical. Then you have Monica Culpepper. Oh my fucking God. Monica is a fucking meme now. I don't even think she realizes it. She is a big personality. And I feel like she should be on an all-star season. Like, if y'all don't know, she was supposed to be on Game Changers. But instead, they put Brad on. Oh my God, this fucking calzone is huge. What the fuck? Look at this shit. That is too big for me. What? No, ma'am. This shit's way too fucking big. Okay, I'm gonna put it on here. I'm not eating all this shit. But Monica is fucking funny. Fucking funny. And I kind of want to see her come on just so we can hear her say, I'm not doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for Monica. I'm not doing this for Brad. I'm doing this for Monica. That shit cracked me up all season. She can come back. That shit would be so funny. Moving on. Next is John Cody. John was a contender for second chances. Honestly, I don't really see what John brings to the table, if I'm being honest. Because when calling out Brad, he didn't really back up Candace that much until she kind of forced him. This shit is way too big. Way too big. Oh my God, fuck. This is becoming more of a Satisfy video than it is a Survivor video. But I really should get into ASMR. But anyway, I think it'd be interesting to see John come back. Hopefully he's different. Hayden should come back. Hayden proved that he's not just good on Big Brother, he's good on Survivor. And had he been in an all newbies season, Hayden probably could have done 10 times better. To me, anybody that's willing to risk their game for rocks has a lot of fucking balls. Put him back on. Next is Candace. Here's why Candace can come back. If y'all don't know, RC was supposed to be in Blood versus Water with her dad. They had to drop out though because her dad failed the heart thing, something like that. So last minute they had to withdraw. Their replacements were Candace and John. Now here's where the fuckery comes in. They were flown in the day of RC and her dad had to quit. So literally flown in last second. And then when you get first impression vote, it was a wrap because they were the new kids and Candace was the easy option. Had that not happened, Laura probably would have been the first person voted off. And I feel like she needs a redemption moment from how she was on Heroes versus Villains. And she kind of got it in Blood versus Water, but I don't think she got all of it. I'd like to see her back. Keith. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Keith. But am I right or wrong when I say Keith was irrelevant for a majority of last season? Am I right or wrong? You know I'm right. Keith is really funny, but I feel like Keith is such a good social player that what's going to happen is he's going to get into a good alliance again, and he's just going to coast by again. And we might get some funny moments like the tuk-tuk or whatever the fuck that thing was. But at the end of the day, he's just not going to add a lot. Then we have Jeremy. Jeremy played a near perfect game. The only votes he got were canceled out by his idol. Jeremy's a very good player, but seeing him come back, I would only want to see. He's the kind of winner that I only want to see in an all-winner season. I feel like they're bringing back they have so many winners that are candidates to come back. Save these people for an all-winner season. I would love to see a Parvati, Sandra, Kim, Earl, Todd, Yul, Jeremy, all these people going at it. Don't waste all of them on this season. Andrew Savage. Now, this is the main reason why I feel like this season could be a rival season. Because next to Andrew Savage, Abby Maria Gomez. You made it to the jury. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of Andrew Savage. He got his second chance, and he got fucked over the same way he did the first time. He was too arrogant. He was too comfortable. He acted like he was the man. Got taken out by the very same person that he underestimated. So I feel like that's where his story should end. No point to continue. Just my opinion. Whatever. Abby, put Abby on. Abby will be drama. I like it. Next is a kind of surprise, but not really, is Morgan from Cagayan. Now, I'm not really surprised by Morgan because they have a tendency to bring back irrelevant girls because I don't know why, but they all have some fucked up theory that most of the girls that make it deep are all boring, which is not true. So they like pulling these wacky picks. But Morgan was a pretty interesting girl. She can come back. Next one was really surprised. So Kim. Here's why she can get a second chance. So was supposed to be on Blood vs. Water 2 with her sister. Her sister dropped out. Who did you get these spoilers from? This was posted on whatchamacallit's Reddit. What's that guy's name? Not his Reddit, his Instagram. I don't remember what his name is, but he runs some blog or something like that. But I found it. As surprised as most of you are. But so I feel like got really fucked over. First, she's supposed to be on Blood vs. Water 2, but then they cut her because her sister can't do it. She comes back for blue collar, no collar, whatever collar, and she gets out immediately. Let her play a real season. She's somebody that has the potential to do better than a first boot, Francesca. I'd be down to see her come back. Should be interesting. The next is Lindsay from Worlds Apart. She had a big conflict with Rodney and Mike. And Mike is the next person on the list. So I'm kind of seeing a pattern of them reintroducing people that have conflicts with other players on these lists. So maybe there is a conflict thing with the winners. Next is Natalie Anderson from San Juan del Sur. And wouldn't you know it, John and Jacqueline are also on this list. But you already know that John and Jacqueline both aren't going to get put on. Only one of them will. It's probably going to be John. Again, Natalie had a conflict with John. They might put them back on together to be like, well, let's let them go at it. Natalie, I think, really should come back because if you don't know, she was supposed to be on Game Changers, but last minute she had to dip out because of some family emergency. And Sierra Mom Thomas was her replacement. So she can come back. Jacqueline, I'm kind of surprised by because I don't really feel like Jeff appreciated her or liked her that much. And she wasn't a huge fan favorite. But I enjoyed her. Then from Co Wrong, you have Nick, Julia, Sydney, and Alicia. Alicia, I'm not surprised by. From the first minute she got voted off, I knew Alicia was coming back at some point. I didn't know when, I didn't know how, but she was coming back. Oh yeah, she was coming back. There was no way her story was going to end there. Nick, why bring Nick back? I don't really get that, but okay. Then you have Julia and you have Sydney. Sydney can come back. Julia, okay. But Sydney specifically, because I feel like Aubrey gets way too much credit from that season. Because Aubrey is treated like she came up with all the moves. She was the mastermind. She was this. She was that. No, ma'am. That was Sydney. Had Sydney not flipped on her alliance, none of that would have happened. Sydney was the one that flipped. She got Michelle and Julia to flip with her. Sydney can come back so she can get redemption. Anna Kate was also asked back. Anna is such a fan favorite, and I don't really understand why, but sure. Then from Millennials and Gen X, Figgy and Adam. I mean, Adam for me is a controversial winner because he played a very wrong game. He was wrong a lot of the time, but he was able to save it. And see, there's another winner. There's another winner and loser duo that didn't like each other. Adam voted Figgy off. And Figgy can come back because I feel like Figgy had a very strong chance of doing well that season, and Adam kind of cut it short because he saw that she was just really good strategically. Then you have Carolyn. Carolyn's coming back because Carolyn she was supposed to be on Game Changers, and she was supposed to be on Second Chance. I don't see them passing up on her again, especially since she was such a good personality and a big personality. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Carolyn will be back this time. Terry Deeds. I'm really surprised Terry wasn't invited for Game Changers because he didn't really get his chance on Second Chances. Like, he had to leave because of his family. I like this and that, I know. So I was kind of surprised that he didn't get invited back the first chance they got. Maybe it's because his son was still going through shit, maybe? I don't know. But Terry can come back. Terry really does deserve his second chance. He didn't really get a chance the first time. And I feel like he was doing very well when he first came back. Then you have Tony. After Tony, I don't think Tony got the call because he said that he's done with Survivor now that he lost. Tony, if he comes back, I hope he learned he can't play the same way he did the first time with those new players. He can't do that. Not when you have Sandra's in the mist. Speaking of Sandra's on this list. I love Sandra, but can we not? Save her for an all-winner. IJS. Save her for an all-winner. Next, I'm done with this because this is way too many carbs. Really guilty about all that. I feel really bad about that. But knowing me, I would have picked the fuck out anyway. So now let me put this all away. Why did they give me so much goddamn sauce? This shit was not made for one person. That shit was made for a fucking monster. But moving on, we have Stephen Fishback and Spencer Bledsoe. Spencer, I don't know if he would come back. I feel like Spencer's kind of over this shit at this point. If you guys saw him at the finale for Second Chance, he looked so over it, bruh. So over it. He was shit done. Fuck it. Steven would probably come back though. Spencer, I think Spencer's done. I don't think he wants to come back. Excuse me. I think he's done with Survivor because after losing as bad as he did, despite making it that far, and being basically told at the finale he's a bully, I don't know. Ty and Zeke. Ty, I've had enough of Ty. Just like how I've had enough of Aubrey, I've had enough of Ty. Ty, take a break. Zeke, I don't see a point in bringing Zeke back. Zeke flopped not once, but twice. He flopped even harder his second time around. Why bring him back? It's confusing for me. Zeke, look, I get that Zeke was outed on national television. I get that. But if you look at him as a player, there's not really much to offer anymore. Not really. And it's not like he was voted off because he was trans. If anything, it helped his game. Because any tension between what Varner was saying about him, instantly gone. Because
it was obvious that Varner was just making shit up to save himself. But Zeke is just a guy that likes making big moves. That's it. Which is a dream for the producers, I get. But I'm sick of seeing him. He flopped both times. What's going to change this time? Nothing. Then there's Sierra Dawn Thomas. Oh my God, Sierra. So she was a last-minute addition the first time. And at this point, I feel like Sierra is the meme of Survivor. And you know I'm being serious because I just burped during that. She's the meme of Survivor. Sierra Mom Thomas. Even Joe is in the mix saying my favorite Survivor of all time, Sierra Dawn Thomas. She can come back though. She showed that she's a real player. And had she not spilt the beans about her legacy advantage, she might have done better. Then you have Donathan, Libby, and Michael, and Stephanie Johnson. All the people from Ghost Island that I fully expected to get invited back. Donathan, sure. Maybe he can call more people exotic. Like, Libby, see, I'm cool with Libby coming back because I feel like Libby is a Parvati in the fact that she had a very good strategic mind, but people were intimidated by it on her original season. And honestly, she was just plagued by being on the Malolo tribe because that whole season was hell-bent on getting Malolo out. So, like I said, she was the person that got Morgan out. She can come back. She can come back. Dylan, I thought he played good in Millennials versus Gen. No, he didn't, bruh. He didn't. If you look at Zeke's game in Millennials versus Gen X, what happened? First round, he targets Figgy. Figgy doesn't go home. Mari goes home. Then at the next tribal, he's safe and he's saved, but he wasn't even in risk of going home because he had the physical aspect to save him. He doesn't go to tribal again until Merge. And what happens at Merge is that millennials who were part of his side just keep getting knocked off. He doesn't even last that long. He gets targeted at Final 10, which is only the 4th tribal. His ally, Adam, gets targeted the whole time. Like, nah, bro. He didn't play that good of a game. The fact that Will chose David over him, he did not play a good game. Neither time. Just in my opinion. I also can't stand people that go big moves, big moves, big moves. Fuck big moves. Win the game. So Libby can come back. Michael Yerger, I knew they were going to invite Michael back. Of course they were going to invite Michael back. He can come back. He just needs to not be so gung-ho on making big moves, big moves. Stephanie Johnson, I don't even understand why she was not allowed to come at the reunion, but Stephanie had the DNA to be a very good player. And had she not gotten fucked over by the whole Malolo versus Navidi thing, she could have done way better that season. Then we get on to the game changers people. We have Michaela and Malcolm. I'm not surprised by either of those. Michaela was a given. She's great entertainment. And she even said it herself, I'm going to have to come back a 3rd time to win. If they called her, she's definitely coming back. Malcolm, when Malcolm got voted off that early, we already knew he was coming back for a 2nd time. I mean, a 4th time. We did not even need to think about it. And then he wins fan favorite of all of Survivor when CBS does that poll, and he wins top hero. It was obvious that he was coming back. But here's the kicker. JT gets invited back. The fuck? JT? JT? Hold on. JT. You're inviting back the dude that idled himself out not once but twice? That motherfucker inadvertently got out his number 1 ally on the opposing tribe. He screwed himself over. He found an idol and got voted off without even bringing it to tribal. And the first season, his second season makes the dumbest move ever, giving somebody in the opposite tribe an idol. he's probably the dumbest winner that has ever come out of this show. And he didn't get voted off solely because of the tribe swap. In fact, had he not done that, Aubrey was the one that was going home. Because Aubrey was the one on the bottom. He fucked himself over. So nah, bruh, JT doesn't get a fourth time back. Because it's now obvious that Steven is the reason why those two were so successful, not JT, which is what I thought from the beginning anyway. And then Cirie. Cirie is on this list, yes. I love Cirie. This is going to be her 5th time playing. I don't know if she's going to win. I don't expect her to win. But honestly, after the way they fucked her over all 4 times, yes, all 4 times, she can come back. And I'm not going to complain about it. She can be the only 5-time player. Yes, the fuck she can. First season, goes home on a fire-making challenge. Second season, goes home because of a twist of fate. There's now a final 2 instead of a final 3 because there were so many medevacs. Third season, she gets voted off by 1 vote because of an idol play. In literally a split vote plan. 4th time, she gets voted off because did she even mention to JT fuck you for getting me out? But 4th time, she goes home without even having a vote cast against her, and she could have made it to the final. She could have, and especially with this new format, she can make it to the final. And then we get on to the last 3 people from Game Changers they got an invite. Andrea, Brad, and Sierra Easton. Okay. Sierra, at this point, you need to take a break from Survivor. I'm sorry, but you need to stop taking the call. You need to stop coming back. Hey, stop coming back, Sierra. Because at this point, Sierra, you have done worse each time. You doubled your placement. You went from 5th to 10th to 20th. What's going to happen this season? Are you going to get 40th place? Or maybe you're going to win because it's the 40th season. Sierra, take a break. You've been on Survivor nonstop every time that you could have come back, with the exception of 38, because that was a coach's twist. You've been back every time. This is going to be your 4th time playing in a course of 5 years? Take a break. Brad Culpepper, he can come back. He had one now maybe he'll understand what he did wrong, and he did lose because he took Sarah at the end. That was his one mistake. Andrea, it seems like Andrea just does worse every time she comes back to Survivor, and I don't know if she has gotten it yet. Each time you've gotten blindsided. This is going to be her 5th time, technically, because the first season she got voted off twice. I don't know about bringing her back. And then we get on to the people from the past 3-4 seasons. So I'm assuming that the people that we don't know about who got a call are people from 38. So I'm assuming those 5 slots at the bottom, which are empty right now, are probably going to people from 38 and 39. And if you don't know, Survivor usually brings back at least 1 or 2 people from the season beforehand. So we'll probably get 1 person from 39. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got someone from 38 as well. Lauren can come back because Lauren was a pretty good player and had not all of those advantages gotten put into the game and Ben gotten 25,000 idols. Her, Devin, and Ashley could have been the final, and she could have won, actually, with that being the final people. She could have. Maybe. I don't know. But Lauren is the only person in the history of Survivor, besides people that got voted off at the final 3, only person to be eliminated with 1 vote cast against her. She can come back. Then you have Dom and Chris. No. Maybe Dominic, but not Dom and Chris. I met Chris at the Big Brother 20 premiere party. And by meet, I fucking hate Andrea. Can't stand her. Ooh, dang, Sam, going in on her. Is it Sierra or Sierra? It's both of them. Sierra Dawn Thomas and Sierra Easton both got an invite. Is Christina back? Christina who? If you're talking about Chrissy, I'll get to her in a minute. But as for Dom and Chris, I was at the Big Brother 20 premiere party, and throughout the night, he was in the VIP section with me. I kept on passing by him, and I felt really bad because he looked at me and was kind of like waiting for a reaction. Yes, he was waiting for a reaction out of me. But I didn't really give a shit about him, and I don't really see these people as celebrities. I see them as people. So I was kind of like, cool, hey. And I must have passed this motherfucker at least 3 or 4 times. And each time I wouldn't say a word to him because I didn't really give a shit about him. And I saw he got sad about it. And I was like, I feel kind of bad. So eventually at one point I passed by him and I was like, oh, by the way, I love you on your season. And then he goes, oh, thanks, it's whatever. I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm giving you a pity, like, I'm giving you like a pity. Oh, I loved you on your season. Because the fact is, I didn't like you on the season. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. In fact, a majority of the people didn't like you on the season. So much so that the first opportunity they got to vote you off, you went home. If you wouldn't have had immunity that whole time, you would have went home during the pre-merge phase, bitch. Dominic can come back because Dominic, in my opinion, was robbed of a win. But honestly, Dom and Wendell both pissed me off because I felt like they relied on their advantages more than used them as an advantage. They relied on them. Next is a weird choice. Not because I'm surprised that they did this, but it's a weird choice because it's like, come on, bro. Really? We had this whole situation with Caleb. Pat from David versus Goliath. Who's Pat? Pat's that fucking Duck Dynasty looking motherfucker that was the first boot of the season. Basically, by him getting he was medically evacuated. Basically, by him getting medevaced, Nick won the season because Nick was supposed to be the first boot. But because Pat left, Nick got to stay, and Nick stayed, and he survived the tribals and won. I'm cool with Pat coming back, but not an all-star season. No, ma'am, no. No, bruh. Nah, you don't get to come back. Not now. Come back like for a Philippines situation. Come back Russell Swan. Be like a captain or something like that. Like, come back with newbies. Because honestly, Pat, you're not an all-star and you haven't really played. You were medically evacuated like before. But did he even make day 3? Let me look that up. Pat, I think his name was Cusack. Did he even make day 3 is the question. He might have the least amount of days in Survivor history. He made it to day 3. He was medically evacuated the 3rd day. So basically, he's a first boot. And that's cool and all, but like you've never even seen tribal council. You've never even been to a tribal council. You've never really played. Like your only experience is losing a challenge. It's like you can get a second chance, but not in an all-star season where we have legends. Like, look, if I have to pick 10 guys to come back for a second chance, I'm not picking the guy that didn't even go to tribal. Look what happened when we got picked a guy that never even went to tribal. Caleb. He was voted off literally the first chance they got. He only stayed over a winner and a girl that plays way too hard too fast. He was hated by most of the people in the game because he was annoying. Don't bring these fuckers back. Bring them back for like, I don't know, give them like another opportunity. Just not in an all-star. Don't waste a spot on them. Like I like So Kim too, but even so, it's like she's a strong player, but put her on like a newbie season and be like, these are people that didn't last that long. Here you go, go play. Then you have Natalie Cole. And I'm not talking about the singer. I'm talking about Natalie Cole, You Can't Have My Jacket. I knew she was coming back at some point. Oh, yes, I knew. She can come back for this season because I feel like she's not a newbie season kind of person. She's an all-star season kind of person. And I could see Natalie giving us so many iconic quotes if she plays. Natalie can play again. She was so much fun to watch on the 5 episodes that she was there. She can come back. Then you have from Hustler, Healers, whatever the fuck, like 9 people are on their list to come back. You have Lauren, and then you have Jessica, Devin, Joe, Cole, Chrissy, Ben, Allie, and Alan. That is half of the fucking cast from Healers, Hustlers, and whatever the fuck that you have on your list to come back. Like, what? Like, that's literally half the cast. That 9 out of 18. Ugh. Don't bring Ben back. Don't bring him back. Because if you're just going to give him 10,000 idols again, I don't need to see it. Because he's not going to last 2 fucking minutes without all those idols. You could bring Chrissy back because Chrissy was legitimately robbed of winning. Everyone and their mom knows she should have won that season. Absolutely. She can come back. Jessica, see, I'm kind of cool with Jessica coming back because Jessica, I feel like, is another person that had the potential to do very good, but didn't end up doing so good. See, I feel like Jessica fits in a second chance category more than an all-star category. Like, people forget there is a difference between an all-star and a second chance or a flop star. I feel like she's a flop star. She didn't even survive one tribal council, babe. She's a flop star. Even though she did inadvertently save her Healers people by not letting Devin vote. But at the end of the day, Joe still had that idol. Devin, he can come back because he kind of got fucked over from being in the final 3. He could have been in the final 3 and maybe even won. Joe, I'm not surprised Joe got an invite back. Like, of course he's going to get an invite back. Cole, I don't know about Cole. Like, I think the funniest part about Cole was when him and Desi, like, were laughing at them when JP got voted off. Like, that was the best part of Cole. Joe is like the wannabe Russell Hantz. Like, no thank you. He even fights with people on Twitter like Russell. No thank you. Alan is somebody that I expected to come back at some point. He was rumored to be in the top 3 at the beginning of the season, but then lo and behold, that did not happen. I mean, he was iconic for like the 4 episodes he was there. He can come back, sure. Allie is another person that I feel like didn't really get a chance to play. And when she got voted off, it was really sad. So she can come back. And then the last 3 are all from David versus Goliath. You guys probably already know who it is. First is Dan, the idol nullified fucker. No, we don't need another season of him. We don't. We really don't. He tried dominating everything. He kisses people's ass on Twitter by like faking having opinion. We don't need Dan back. We don't need Dan back. I will say, out of everyone from David versus Goliath, Natalie plus these 2 people are perfect representatives of the season, I think. Because Natalie represents the pre-merge portion of the game, and then these 2, I think, perfectly represents the middle and the end portion. Christian and Angelina. In my opinion, if you're going to bring anybody back from that season, I feel like those 3 are the people. Natalie, Angelina, and Christian. Christian was the fan favorite of the season, and Angelina was the exact opposite. You can bring them both back. Why not? Neither of them got to win. Angelina, in my opinion, should have won over Nick because she had the better strategic game. At the end of the day, she didn't win. So those are all the people that, yeah, there's no Gabby. So that's everybody. That's everybody that has been contacted so far for season 40. That doesn't mean that nobody else is in the running. It just means more than likely they're not. I remember for like Game Changers, there were a bunch of people that didn't get a call the first round. It's just that there's so many Survivor players now that this could be the short list of first calls. But odds are that a lot of these people that got these calls are going to either decline or they're going to get cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't stress that much if you didn't hear your favorite on this list. Like, don't worry. You'll probably get like your Michelle Yee. I don't even know if we're ever going to get that girl. But honestly, if we get Becky, we could get Michelle. So who do I think will ultimately be on this cast? I think that we're probably going to get a lot of people from the last 3 seasons. I really do. I feel like Christian and Angelina, if they say yes, I feel like Christian, Angelina, and Natalie, especially since that season was so highly rated, I think those three are definitely coming back. I feel like from Healers, Hustlers, and whatever the fuck, they're probably going to invite Joe back, if not Chrissy and Ben as well. Dom is probably a shoe-in. It depends on what their theme is, because I don't know what their theme is. If their theme is rivals, let's break this down if this theme is rivals, because I could see this being a rivals theme. Here's why. Look at this cast. Angelina Christian, rivals. Angelina Natalie, rivals. Dom and Chris, rivals. Ben and Joe, rivals. Chrissy and Joe, rivals. Chrissy and Allie, rivals. For a little bit, but still rivals. Jessica and Cole, they broke up, rivals. Alan and Joe, rivals. Lauren and Ben, even Lauren and Ben, rivals. Would say Brad Culpepper and Candace. Brad Culpepper and Candace Cook, rivals. Sandra and JT, rivals. Like, get what I'm saying? There's so many people on this list that are rivals. Tony and Sandra, rivals. They could do a twist like that at the end of the day. They really could. Parvati and who else on this fucking list? Probably anybody, honestly. Danielle DiLorenzo and Amanda. Who could forget when they fought over that hidden immunity idol clue? They could be rivals. Greg and Gretchen, from what I remember, don't like each other. They could be rivals as well. Like, you never fucking know. Like, there's so many possibilities what the theme could be. I wouldn't be surprised. Abby Maria and Andrew Savage, rivals. This could be a rival season. Hayden and Tyson were rivals on Blood versus Water. It all depends on what direction they're going to go. If it's a rival season, I feel like those people are going to be the people that they do bring back. If not, like I said, I feel like Angelina, Natalie, Christian would probably be the people. Sandra, if they invite Sandra, Sandra's going to say yes because she feels like she owes Survivor because, I mean, she has $2 million from it. Sandra's never going to say no. So Sandra, I feel like will get invited back. I feel like Carolyn will be... Carolyn and So Kim were rivals. They could come back. Did I mention Baylor was also on this list too? If I didn't mention Baylor, Baylor's on this list as well. If I missed anybody, my mistake. Adam and Figgy, like I said, they were rivals as well. Get my gift? It's crazy. Sierra and Malcolm. Michaela and Brad Culpepper. Like Sari and I don't know, like JT. Like there's just so many. Sari and Sandra, I want to see play with each other because they've never gotten to be on the same tribe. And little do y'all know, they don't like each other, which is iconic. So even Cochran was rivals with Reynolds and Eddie. Like, bruh, I feel like this could be what it is, but we don't know. And I just feel like Becky is such a weird choice that maybe it's a duos kind of thing, like Becky and Yul, because Becky and Yul were attached to the hip. I don't know. And then Denise and Malcolm, of course, were attached to the hip. There's so many possibilities. I feel like if Greg says yes, they're going to bring Greg back because Greg, and I feel like they didn't call Gretchen for no reason. Like there had to be a reason that this time they called Gretchen. Like there has to be. As for T-Bird, I feel like T-Bird they'll put in. If Boston Rob says yes, they're going to put Boston Rob in. If Parvati says yes, they're going to put her in. Like people like Rob and Parvati and Rupert, if they say yes, they're going to get put in. And I feel the same way about Jerry. Like any on Heroes versus Villains, if they get the invite and they say yes, they're probably going to be put on. Mike Holloway will probably also be put on because he was supposed to be on Game Changers as well, but he declined. So there's just this is like, I feel like whatever cast we end up with, this pool of people is like leaps and bounds better than what we got last time. Like there's nobody on this list where I'm like, if they get invited back and they win, I'm going to be pissed. Besides maybe Fabio, but even Fabio, he'd be a 2-time winner, which I'd be shook by. It's the difference is that a majority of the people on this list are icons or legends or people that just got fucked over the first time. Like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't like Game Changers where like half of the cast is irrelevant people that, oh, well, they changed the game somehow, some way. Like, Sarah was a great winner, don't get me wrong, but Sarah was irrelevant as fuck when they brought her back. When I saw the spoiler of the final three being Brad Culpepper, Troyzan, and Sarah, I'm like, this has to be a joke because those are the three most irrelevant people on the cast. Like, look at most of the Game Changers cast. You get Caleb, Jeff Varner, a two-time pre-juror, Haley, Debbie can slide, and even Zeke can slide. You get Sierra Dawn Thomas, you get Troyzan, you get Brad, and you get Sarah. That's like half the cast being of like pretty much irrelevant people. And even Michaela and Zeke didn't do that well their season. It's just they were relevant, and Michaela was iconic. So it's like it didn't really feel like an all-star season. This, I feel like it depends on how many flops they put in, but I feel like this could feel like an all-star season. If they do something with winners, that would be pretty interesting. No chaos cast, Fabio and Nyanka. Let me tell y'all, if I could pick Stars versus Shadows, that'd be pretty good. Let me tell y'all, if I could pick one person to bring back, oh, JT and Fishback, yeah. Wendell isn't on the list, though. If I could bring back one person, like give them a pass and just be like, production, put them on, it would be Nyanka. Like, Nyanka was I'm sorry if you don't like her, but she was so fucking funny. So funny. Like, I don't care if she had a prosthetic leg. I'm a shove her anyway. Like, oh my God, Nyanka. I'm a shove her anyway. And you see, the worst part is that Nyanka was supposed to be the new Russell Hantz, according to Jeff. Like, Jeff wanted to reuse her a shit ton of times. The problem was that they're not going to bring a quitter back. I just think, like, I would bring Nyanka back. So badly would bring her back. She was iconic, but then she quit. So those are my thoughts. That's what is being leaked. I don't know who will ultimately be in the cast. As always, take everything with a grain of salt. But these are the people that have been contacted for the next season of Survivor All-Stars, the 40th season. 39th is probably going to be a regular season. I can't see them doing another mixed season for that, but it's probably going to be a newbies. So 40 is going to be All-Stars or at least mixed. I can't see them doing mixed. With these people, it's an All-Star. I'll give y'all any updates if I do get it. If y'all want to get a full list, I'll probably put a list in the description after this video is done with. But what do y'all think of this cast? Like, it's a pretty interesting group of people. There's a lot of winners. Actually, I'm going to look at how many winners are on this cast. Are in this pool of people. Fabio, Boston Rob, even though he really isn't a winner. Danny Boatwright, Sophie Clark, Kim Spradlin, Yule, Earl, Todd, Denise, Parvati, Cochran, Tyson, Tina, Jeremy, Natalie, that's 15. And then you still got Mike, Adam, Tony, Sandra, JT. Fuck JT. And then I think that's it. Yeah, there's no. Oh, and then Ben. So there's 21 winners on this short list of people that they've contacted. And if Dom and Chrissy had won, then it would have been higher. So pretty interesting that over 20 winners have been contacted. Maybe it's a ploy that they're calling the rest of these people. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to check the chat room now for the first time, though, because I don't like looking at my face. USA versus Canada is 39. Oh, that would make sense because they did call out to people and say Canada people can apply. Can I ask you 2 questions quickly? Go ahead for it, Aaron. Nyaka was doo-doo. I'm fucking weak. Fitz Scott Cooper. Cass did get screwed. I would like to see Cass play again. I just don't know if she will play again because it's so hard for an older woman to be a villain because people label her as a bitch. Like you know what I'm saying? It's so hard and so unfair. Brian, they're never casting. He was a fucking porn star and he like killed animals. JT and Malcolm. Oh, JT and Malcolm would be. Judd and Margaret. Oh my god. That would be so funny. Bobby, John, and Jamie. We got some sidekicks and winners. Oh, that actually is true. A sidekicks and winners. Why does everyone hate One World so much? And when did you start watching Survivor? Good questions. People hate One World so much because it was predictable from the first episode. It was obvious from like the first or second episode that the winner was either going to be Troyzan or it was going to be Kim because they were the dominant people on both sides. And what happened? Kim won, and had Kim not won, Troyzan was going to win. If the men got the power, Troyzan was winning. If Kim got the power, she was winning. And it was obvious from episode 2 that Kim was the winner. So it was just very apparent what was going to happen. And that's why Kim is considered such a great winner, because there was never any moment where Kim was ever in danger of going home. Nobody was ever sending her home. The closest thing we got was when Troyzan had the idol and he planned on playing it and fucking over Kim. But even we knew at home that that wasn't going to happen because they were splitting the votes on Christina. So, plus Christina, I'd like to see Christina come back. Because she was the cockroach of Survivor. She would have been so much fun to bring back. But anyway, it was people that didn't like that season because it was just so obvious who was winning. And also because people don't like women power. As for when did I start watching Survivor? I started watching Survivor back in Guatemala when I was like, I think I was in kindergarten. What year did that come out? But yeah, I've been watching for a very, very long time. Very long time. Yeah, it came out in 2005. I was in like kindergarten when it came out. I remember watching it on like I remember I was like clicking through the channels when I was little because like I would do that, and I found Survivor, and I've been watching ever since. And I also found like I refound Survivor as well, like through the online gaming community, and I really started like watching it hardcore, like die hard, like around the time of Samoa. Like I lost interest a little bit, like because you know little kids lose interest quickly. But I lost a little bit of interest like during the China season, like I think it was like China and like Fiji, all of those seasons. Like I kind of lost interest just a little bit. It was like Panama. I think I missed like Fiji and Panama and like Cook Islands. I missed some of the Cook Islands was actually very controversial when it came out because it was called the Race War season. So everybody was watching that because it was really controversial. Like that was Survivor's way of getting people's attention again. So I remember my mom and dad and like all of them were watching it like just for that controversy. Oh shit. It's so boring and predictable. Imagine Rafe. Oh my god, Rafe. That'd be so funny. Rafe and Cindy. Cindy, if y'all don't know, she had a sister named Mindy that won I Love Money, which I think is so funny. That was like one of the VH1 trashy shows. Like she was on one of the VH1 dating shows. Rafe and Danny, that'd be interesting. To support Stars vs. Shadows, I'd be down for that. Can we get Courtney and Shane? Oh my god, that would be funny. Did anyone from season 17 come back? That was Gabon, I want to say. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure that was Gabon because 18 was Tocantins. Yeah, Gabon. Gabon has had people come back. I'm pretty sure. It had Corinne. Sugar, and Randy have come back from that season. Someone from that season actually died. Dan. He died from that season, which is pretty sad. But yeah, no, they've had people come back from that. They really need to bring Crystal Cox back. Now that shit would be funny. bring Crystal Cox back. But no, from Gabon they had Corinne, Randy, and Sugar, and that's it. That season was really underrated though. I really like Gabon. Kenny, oh, I like Kenny. Randy was only good when he was fighting with people, and he just did not last long enough. Like he does not have the skills. Bobby and Bruce. Oh my God, Bruce. Bruce is he even alive still? That's a mean joke, but he has to be like ancient now. He's not coming back, especially after getting medically evacuated. Like, nah, he ain't coming back. No, man, he ain't. I hate Corinne with a passion. Well, you're not alone on that. A lot of people don't. Maddie Good. If Sandra comes back, she will be eliminated early. Well, people said that when she came back that she would be eliminated early and that she'd be the first boot. But at the end of the day, Sandra would have made that merge and she would have dominated that merge had she not gotten tribe swapped. I'm not wrong. If y'all don't know, Sandra was set up very good, like during that tribe swap. Oh, yes, she was. Sandra had an army of people. She had Troyzan, she had Michaela, she had Sierra, Varner, even though he got eliminated. She had so many people on her side. Like, she would have killed it. And then what people don't know is that her and Brad Culpepper had a preseason alliance. And the fact that Brad Culpepper was reeling in the same people that Sandra was reeling in, those two would have worked together. Yeah, they would have. And once Sandra hits the merge, no one's going to take her out because she's so bad at challenges. Like, no one's going to bother taking her out. Unless she gets idled out or she gets taken out at like 6 or 5 or something like that. But Sandra would have made it decently far in the merge had she gotten there because she would have been really protected. Like, badass protected. She would have had Michaela, and then Michaela might have even reeled in Sari because those two got so close. Like, Michaela was never turning on Sandra. And Aubrey would have been like the first line of targeting. Like, Aubrey was the only person that was actively targeting her. And maybe some of the people from Nuku would have, like, of course Zeke would have because he wanted all the attention on him to be a game changer. But Sandra comes back, I don't know if she's the first target, especially with some of the people that are on this list. Can we also get Billy from Cook Islands? Billy. Oh, I know Billy. Billy was like the first boot of the merge. Sandra reminds me of Russell just because she plays so smart. She's a smarter version of Russell. Remember everyone predicting Cass's first boot? Exactly. Like, people predicted that Cass would be the first boot. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. The fact that Sandra survived 5 out of 6 tribal councils. She went to 5 out of the 6 pre-merge tribal councils. She survived them? She survived more tribal councils than some of the people that made it to the merge did. So at the end of the day, Sandra proved that she's a good player just by lasting as long as she did, even if that is 15th place. Get my gist? And everyone said Cass would do terrible. Had Cass not betrayed that alliance and taken out Wu, I don't know if she would have been the first boot of the merge. You know what I'm saying? Chris and Twyla. Twyla could come back, and that'd be interesting. But you would need to put Eliza on with her. Chris is not doing Survivor ever again. He's like completely faded away from this whole fandom. Randy is the best. Randy is interested in coming on Big Brother. He wants to be on Big Brother. Don't know if he will, but whatever. Anyway, oh my God, it's already 1 a.m. Shit. I have to go skiing tomorrow. That's why I didn't go out tonight, because we have to wake up at like 8 or 9, so I would have been wasted. Who was that Naomi or Naoki or something chick you were talking about? Nyanka. Bob from Gabon, interesting winner. Very interesting winner. I agree with that. But you're talking about Nyanka, Aaron. Nyanka will never get invited back because Survivor has a thing where they don't invite quitters back. The closest thing that they will do is they'll invite someone like Terry or like Jenna back because they only quit because of a family emergency. But they're not going to bring back somebody. They almost brought Janu back because Janu was a fan favorite, and Janu didn't quit because she didn't want to play anymore. She quit because she felt like she wanted to give Stephanie a chance to play. Like that's why she quit, because Stephanie was supposed to go home, and she's like, I want to give that Stephanie a chance. Randy would be the Josh from BB19. Josh is awful. Josh is awful. And Randy, Survivor is different from Big Brother. You can get away with that shit on Big Brother because people can just go to sleep and eat and like go to a different room in the house and ignore you. Survivor, they're stuck on the beach with you. And when they're tired and hungry, people are not as willing to put up with someone's bullshit, like how they put up with Josh's bullshit. That's why Randy did not last a fucking minute. He was lucky that Michelle didn't want to be there. Jillian was an annoying ass cunt, and then had immunity throughout the rest of the pre-merge. Oh yeah, Jeff hates fucking quitters. Hates quitters. It would be awesome seeing Josh get his ass kicked on Survivor. It's awesome seeing his ass get kicked on the... I don't know what y'all talking about. Josh is probably the worst fucking Big Brother winner. Sorry, probably the worst Big Brother winner. Like, he won because Paul is literally the worst jury management player of all time. Like, put Josh next to anybody else in the history of Big Brother, including Victoria. He loses. Worst jury management fucking ever. Only rivaled by Paul. Only rivaled by Paul. So no, ma'am, don't bring anybody fucking like that back. And Randy, see, at this point, I don't really feel like there's a point bringing Randy back. Like, he already like was on the show twice. Like, meh. Just gonna say meh. From BB9. Well, I mean, the nerd Steve was also pretty bad. Oh my God, Steve. I still think Adam is worse. See, Adam is the worst winner because of what he did outside of the show. Adam's a bad winner, but strategy-wise, at least he was fucking better than Josh. Personality-wise, though, probably the worst. Probably the worst. Because, I mean, he dealt like fucking legitimately bad drugs. Like shit. Steve is one of the worst. Fucking hate Steve. It would be awesome seeing Josh. Survivor also would never put Josh on. Like, y'all need to remember that Caleb and Hayden were put on for specific reasons. Hayden was put on because he was Kat's boyfriend, and they were bringing Kat back anyway. And then Hayden's like, I'll come with you. And they're like, oh, well, he won Big Brother, and he's dating you-know-who, so that's fine. He can come on. So Hayden really came on as a bloodline. When they put Caleb on, they put him on because Big Brother was at a really big hype phase. And I felt like they felt like, oh, well, we could put him on and people will watch. And they also really put him on because Caleb is a fucking fame whore. And he just wants the attention to be on him. And he just wants like, oh, I was on Survivor. He wanted to go on The Amazing Race. He wanted to do The Challenge. He wanted to do all these fucking shows. And it's just, luckily for us, his welcome has worn out. And people don't give a shit about him anymore. Thank God. So that's all I got to say about fucking dumbass Caleb. They're not going to put on a Big Brother person on Survivor. Like, unless... They're definitely not putting a Survivor person on Big Brother. But I don't feel like they would put a Josh on. And I don't even feel like Josh could handle it. He would be crying every day. Will probably never playing game again. Will did say that when he's older, he wants to go on Survivor just for funsies. Like, and be like the doctor that no one knows about. Because honestly, at this point, unless there's Big Brother fans on there that are diehard, no one's going to know who Will is. And he could probably win that. I need Dr. Will to play BB again. No. Oh, well, at this point, we're not even talking about Survivor 40. But what do you guys think the theme is going to be? I saw somebody say it was Champions versus Shadows, or it was something like that. That's a pretty good theme. But then what happens when all the winners get targeted and then we're left with the boring people or the people that are basically newbies or are irrelevant? Like, nah, bruh. It's a good idea on concept, but I feel like I would rather have a season full of relevant people or a season full of second chance people than just being like, oh, well, we're gonna throw in a bunch of like people that need a second chance with people that fucking slayed. Like, nah, I don't need all of that nonsense. I don't need that. Trying to think though. Hold on, I'm changing my Twitter password. I'm fucking sinking into this chair. Champions versus contenders. That's what I'm thinking too. Did Colby get a call? Oh, Colby Donaldson. That is actually so funny because me and my friend Raven were talking about just that. I don't think so. No. And see, Colby is not coming back. That MAGA motherfucker. Yes, that MAGA motherfucker. I've actually, me and my friend Raven were stalking him on Instagram. He's a MAGA, which is not really that surprising. He hosted a whole show about fucking guns. But no, he's not coming back. He progressively did worse and worse and worse and worse as he came back. The first time he came back, he was cocky, arrogant, and he didn't even make the merge. Second time he came back, he flopped in all of the challenges. He's never fucking coming back. He's that legend that flopped. The worst Survivor player ever is Colton. Oh, Colton. Colton is a mess. Colton quit twice. He faked infection the first time. And he quit because he didn't want to play anymore and he didn't want to look like a quitter. They said he could have stayed in the game, but he chose to leave, even though he was crying about leaving and said he didn't want to go. Lie. So no. Fuck Colton. Fuck him right up the ass. And he'd probably like that. Who's worse, Colton or Josh? Oh, I'm gonna just say Colton because Colton's a racist, Colton's a bigot, and he's a 2-time flop. Josh is only a 1-time flop, and at least Josh didn't quit, even if he threatened to quit. But see, what I don't like about Josh is he's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Like, fuck you, man. Shut up. Talking about some don't touch me. And then you're fucking intimidating people. Fuck off, bitch. Please. Bye. I hated Scott from season 32. Oh, Scott. Him and fucking Jason both are messes. Didn't like either of them. Even though the fans cried out wailing. They were bitter bitches. Fuck them. And after what they did to Aubrey, they are never fucking getting invited back. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. They ain't doing it. Never invited them back. I don't know what really else to talk about. Like, what do y'all think of this season of Survivor right now? What I think about this season right now, seeing as how I could have been on it and I wasn't on it, they didn't pick me. I just feel like this season's going to get bulldozed by the veterans once again. I feel like it's going to be focused on the veterans at one point, and then the next point, it's going to be on the edge of extinction. I feel like it's a good twist. I like the twist. Problem is, we need longer episodes. Like, even Jeff Probst like commented about it. We need a 2-hour episode like every fucking week just to cover everything, just so we can see everything going on at camp, so we can get the challenge done. We don't have to fucking rush Tribal Council, where Tribal Council ends up taking up half the episode. Like, we need, I would say even an hour and a half would be better than just an hour, because an hour goes by so quickly. So fucking quickly. We need more time. IJS. I'm just saying. Moving on. Who do I like from it? Not the Kool-Aid guy, not War Pussy. No. And by War Pussy, I'm talking about War Dog. Don't like them. I don't like. See, like, I don't really have an opinion on anybody else because who is everybody else? We don't know anything about them. David's kind of bugging me, and he's only been there for one episode. I feel like he's in a very good spot, and he's going to fucking turn on Wentworth for no reason. Wentworth is already an underdog, which I'm kind of surprised by because I would have thought that she would have been in the best spot considering that she took the longest break from Survivor, and I felt like people would forget about her by now. But she's just that much of a legend. Aubrey is in danger already, which I'm not surprised about, and she shouldn't be surprised about either. She should have waited for the fucking 40th season to come back, not this stupid ass newbie season. I've heard she does well, but sorry, that's the table, but we'll just have to see. That was so fucking ratchet. We'll have to see what happens with her. I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my voice so much. I wonder if War Pussy will be on season 40. Probably not. I love that you're saying War Pussy already. What did they do? I don't like the oh yeah. The oh yeah. And War Pussy has been like endlessly ranting about being a MAGA hat on Twitter and endlessly like ragging on the other contestants on the show and acting like he's the shit. He's like the Joe Mena or Joe Set, whatever the fuck his name is. He's like the new Joe from Healers Hustlers. Like he's acting like he's the shit. I also had a dream that I was on the season with him and I voted him off. So that's a thing too. I honestly don't like anybody that calls themselves a fucking nickname like War Dog. Like fuck off, bro. You look like Steve. You look like what's his face from The Pacifier. If y'all know what I'm talking about, then you're real fans. Vin Diesel. You look like Vin Diesel from The Pacifier, bitch. And like not after he turns into a good guy, like before. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Oh my god. I just saw that Evil Dick shit. Is this why all of y'all came to my fucking stream? Because Evil Dick added this fucking thing? Is that why a majority of you came? Because fucking Evil Dick read my ass to Phil. Hold on, I'm gonna... See, I've known Evil Dick for like so many years because I've been doing his fucking video mailbags. He always busts my balls. I'm gonna read this out. He says, I know it's Friday night and I know you are in college, but shouldn't you be out trying to get laid instead of being drunk and making silly YouTube videos about a show that is 19 years away? Well, Dick, to that I have to say this. Tonight, I'm part of the ski club at my school, and I would like to go out tonight. In fact, I'm actually kind of sad that I didn't get to go out tonight. The reason why I'm making a video instead is because number one, I want YouTube to see that I'm getting views so that they monetize me because I need some fucking money. And number two, I can't get drunk tonight or go out and party that long because I have to like wake up in like 7 or 8 hours. So trust me, I really would like to go out tonight, but I fucking can't. But don't worry, like I haven't really been focused on YouTube, which I think you guys have noticed that my YouTube videos have been slowly decreasing, which I apologize for, but hopefully I'll be changing that up soon. But he really read my ass, like dang. Oh my god, I look so fucking fat from this position, but I need to stop being body dysmorphic. Anyway. Ask some more questions. If y'all don't have anything else to say, then I pretty much am done. That's pretty much everybody. That's going to be on Survivor 40. Maybe they'll do an all 40-person cast. See, that's another thing. Survivor 31, the Second Chances, was originally going to be Ghost Island. And by Ghost Island, I mean it was supposed to be whatchamacallit. They were going to have 40 people. Yes, 40 people. And they were going to say, okay, 20 of you will move on. Oh no, I think they said 30. It was going to be 30. They said 30 of you, only 2 tribes of 10 are going to move forward and be able to play. The other 10 of you will go to Ghost Island, which is what this season is now. The original Ghost Island was the edge of extinction, but they changed it to be that thing with the dumbass advantages. But originally, this was what Second Chance's format was going to be. It was going to be edge of extinction, where they go to the island and they have to wait, and then they'll get a chance to come back into the game later on. So maybe they'll do it now with 30 fucking people. Who knows? I don't know. I want your favorite winner and season along with least favorite winner and season. See, Taj has been invited back several times, but she has a rich husband. She's never coming back. As for favorite season, favorite winner. See, I was talking to Raven about this too. It's pretty much impossible to have a favorite winner. A favorite season, because I categorize them by, you can't compare a newbie season to an all-star season for so many reasons. Number one, an all-star season has the benefit of there being pre-existing favoritism, pre-existing drama that you can't possibly get from a newbie season. So I feel like, and I even feel like mixed seasons have to be in their own category as well. So I feel like my favorite season of newbies, it's close between Gabon and Pearl Island and Cook Island. I really love Pearl Island though. Pearl Island by far, favorite newbie season. Favorite veteran season, All-Stars, has to be Heroes versus Villains. Of course, it's an oversaid one, but still has to be Heroes versus Villains, of course. Favorite mixed season, Micronesia. Micronesia, Pearl Islands, Heroes versus Villains, top 3 seasons of all time. Very close together on which is my favorite. I gotta say, Micronesia might be favorite of all time with Heroes versus Villains and then Pearl Islands. But even then, I would debate that pick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Favorite winner, Sandra. Sandra is my favorite winner because she didn't give a shit. She was sassy. She didn't fuck. And I felt like she played a very good game both times. Favorite winner. Least favorite winner, Boston Rob. Boston Rob's my least favorite winner. I would even put him ahead of people like Ben. Ben is pretty up there, as is Ben is up there. Fabio's up there. Like, people like that are up there. Cochran is up there too. I gotta say Boston Rob though, just because of the fact that Boston Rob, it took him 4 tries. He's so overrated, so fucking overrated. He had to have a season basically made for him to win, where he's up against new players that all were fans of him. Like, the 2 people put on his season were Russell and Rob. He was put against the most hated player in Survivor, so much so that his tribe literally threw a challenge which fucked them over. And they were able to bagong him. Like, he got one of the easiest victories of all time. And he's considered a legend when he's really a 3-time flop. He didn't even make the jury 2 out of the 4 times he played. In fact, he has never been on the jury. He's only made final 2 or got out pre-merge. So no, Boston Rob is probably my least favorite winner. IJS, just saying. Ooh, we're down to 5 people. At this point, we are almost at 2 hours. I'm very tired. I'm sick of looking at myself looking fat because I just ate a bunch. So I'm gonna end it here. If you like my shit, if you want to see more of my shit, subscribe. Click the bell notification so you can know all that good shit. Maybe YouTube will start paying me. I do have a Patreon page, which my friend Jimmy, who is also a YouTuber, recommended that I show to you guys. So I'm going to quickly get it before y'all leave. But I do have a Patreon page. So if you want to support little old me and help me get more shit, such as a capture card and other shit like that, y'all can do that, and y'all can donate to me. Let me get the link to it. I'm looking at it right now. Fuck. Oh, one more thing. I do recap Survivor and I do recap all reality TV every single week whenever they are posted. So keep in tune, keep watching, and subscribe to see more. Donate. I'm just gonna fucking put that. Loop. Upload. Add a link to your post before posting it. Donate now. Yeah. I don't really know what to do. But yeah. Why do you think Guatemala is underrated? I think Guatemala is underrated because nobody talks about it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really talks about Guatemala, and they don't really bring people back. Oh, I have my Patreon page. So if you want to support me and you want to see more shit and you want to see these videos have better quality, such as having a better camera, better capture card, all that shit, you can donate to me at patreon.com/DylanMulti. You can be my first patron. Woo, woo. Currently, my score that I'm trying to raise money to get a camera and shit like that. I think my thing right now is like 175 is like what my goal is, just so I can get a capture card and shit like that. I did end up buying a pop filter and a microphone, which, as you can see, for the people that have been watching my videos, I have been putting my time and money into this channel to try and make my shit better quality. And as you can see, my microphone is a lot better now. So yeah, if you want to hear more from me, let me know what I should post. Should I post top 10 videos? Should I post more spoiler videos? If you want all the tea, all the shade, and all the pink lemonade on reality TV, you can come to me, your auntie Dylan. I don't know, but I'm sick of looking at this badass fucking hair that I have right now. So I really want to end this. But do y'all have any more questions before I do leave? I also think I just don't look good with fucking long sleeves, so that's also a problem. And I'm also just really tired, and this is a really bad camera because it's just my webcam from my computer. And oh fuck. Oh, I actually do have one more thing to say. So over the past month, I have been working on a reality TV show of my own, very similar to Survivor. It's based on I Love Money, which is a VH1 show. I'm going to post the promo for that later. I also am going to post my Thank You Next parody, only the audio. I never got to make a music video out of it, but whatever. I still think it's better to whatchamacallit. I think it's still worth it to post the audio because I think it's a pretty funny song. But I will be releasing episodes, yes, episodes of my own reality TV show starting in March, spring 2019. Look out for my shit. It's going to be pretty dope. Looks at list 100 more. 100 or more. Oh, 100 or more. Bitch, if you donate fucking 100 or more, I would fucking like... I need to fix that because some of this shit, like, I feel like I can give better rewards for. So it's just, I don't know how to run a Patreon, but like if someone donated $100, I would shit. Like I would shit. Like, do you think Parvati would be a good host if Jeff is never leaving the show, but if he did leave, Parvati would be a pretty good person. I just don't think they would put Parvati on. I feel like they would put someone like Andrea, or they would put some run-of-the-mill talk show host in there. Like they wouldn't put an A-lister, because if they put an A-lister in, it just would feel like so like irrelevant. I feel like they would put in somebody like a B-lister or a C-lister, like a Monique or something. Could you imagine Monique hosting Survivor? That should be so funny. I've wanted to talk about Monique's scandal for so long, but I haven't really had a time to do it. But we need to talk about Monique sometime. Yeah, we do need to talk about Monique. I fucking love Monique. Monique, I fucking stand. Why are people texting me? People texting me. I'm getting so many fucking texts. We're running. I think we've run the course of this stream, but thank you all for watching once again. I don't really think I have anything else to say except help support your favorite skinny legend, me, so I don't die. I don't know. Thank you for watching, and as always, do say yes. I should make this into a cover channel and start posting songs. I should make songs, and I should make this an ASMR channel. Bye. Oh, bye. Oh my god, I should make this an ASMR channel. Go like, ooh, imagine like tongue popping as an ASMR. Anyway, I've been tracking this shit on for so long. It's just honestly, I don't have anything to fucking do tonight. So like, I might as well fucking talk to y'all and get my YouTube views up a little bit. Plus, if any of y'all are new, I noticed a lot of new people tonight, which I appreciated. Fitz Scott Cooper, thank you. Aaron and S123, I do recognize you guys. You guys come in. Edvin, I hadn't seen for a very long time, and Mega, thank you all for coming in. If y'all want a shout out, post in the comments and I'll give y'all a shout out because I see there's 4 lovely people watching right now. You know, I do got to say this. It is a Friday night and it is 1 a.m. It's almost 2 a.m. in the morning. So anybody that wants to spend their time with me at right fucking now and is listening to my shit, I just want to say thank you to you and say you're a fucking cool ass cunt. I remember your old Dylan Rants videos. Oh my God. I want to bring that shit back. I feel like what I've lost in my new Dylan Rants videos, and I just made a new one about Skype basically getting rid of the ability to have the old school version. We're also at almost at 1.1 thousand subscribers, which I love. But I think the problem with my new Dylan Rants is that I get angry, but I'm more soft-spoken now than I was before. I don't really scream in those videos like I did the first one. Like, do y'all want to hear me scream right now and wake up fucking like some of the people? Total Drama All-Stars, more like Total Drama Asshole Season. Oh my God. Do y'all want me to recreate that right now? Oh my God, someone just walked in. They're gonna fucking need. Let's hope I don't wake up these people. Okay, I'm gonna scream literally for the first time. Total Drama All-Stars, more like Total Drama Ass Season, bitch. Like, see, that's me actually screaming, and that's me trying to lower my voice too, so I don't wake up the other. I probably woke somebody up. It's late as fuck right now, so I really like. And see, I recorded this last one. Oh, I look skinny in this video. I like that. But I need to make more of these short videos. Because my Dylan Rants are pretty funny. And you know what I really hate? Looking back at my Total Drama All-Stars video, that video went viral. Had I been on camera for that and y'all got to see little 11-year-old Dylan. Does anybody here know Sonic fan, original Sonic fan, whatever the fuck? It was that kid that basically screamed to the camera about Sonic and he went viral and he became a meme. My ass would have been a fucking meme if I would have been on camera for that shit because that shit went viral without me being on camera. Imagine that shit being on camera and y'all getting to see 12-year-old Dylan. Do y'all want to see 12-year-old Dylan? Because I actually have a video of me when I was like 12. Like, on here. Y'all can watch me being 12. Boom, wah, boom, wah. Talking. Let me look at this. Oh my God. I remember I made a video when I was really young. Oh, the straight pride pin rant. I took that down. I don't know why I took that video down. I have a lot of videos that I made private. I don't even know why I made them private, but I have a question for y'all. I want to be on Survivor. How do y'all legitimately? How do y'all think I would have done if I was on Survivor? Be honest. Ooh, I'm looking at old photos of me. My neck got so skinny. Oh my, I got skinny, bitch. I'm actually starting a fasting after that because binge and purge, you know. Um so I'm not gonna eat who and avoid her. Oh my god, I have so many fucking rants from when I was little. Oh my god. This is from me when I was 13. I should make this video unlisted for y'all. So y'all are gonna get an exclusive of me yelling at 10 Gagers, which is an online Survivor website. Oh my god. This is when I was like 60-pound little kid. Oh, I was so cute. This was a good haircut for me. I also had a pretty good hairline. What the fuck happened? It all went. Actually, no, it's not that bad. Just this. I feel like I should have left my hair at that color. I mean, at that length. It was actually pretty good at that length. And I look really good skinny. I need to stay skinny. But this was such a cute video that I made when I was fucking like 13. And I lied to people saying that this wasn't me, even though it was me. What's this Dylan Rants video I have? This is when I was 15. Oh my god, I have a rant where I said, "Your pussy is so dry that even the Sahara Desert makes me more moist." That was a good one. See, I'm funny. See, you know, because I have jokes and I'm a comedian. So funny. I'd say around 10th or 5th place. I'd argue with you, but I don't really know if I can. I'm going to say this though. You're wrong. I feel like the only way I would go home at 10th place is if I got idled out. I don't feel like I would go home that early. I do feel like 5th place is about right. I feel like I would get voted off for being a threat, but I really feel like I could win for a few reasons. But I definitely would not be a pre-merge. If I get on Survivor and I go on pre-merge, y'all can fucking unsubscribe. Y'all can read me to filth over it because, excuse me, that was me letting the gas out. That was me losing weight. It's like the Miss Piggy thing. I'm getting skinny. I'm getting skinny. But only way I would go home early is if I was idled out by some dumbass advantage. Nah, gotta stay and watch this quality videos. Depends on your strategy. Oh, let's talk about what my strategy would be if I got on Survivor. That actually is a pretty good idea. If I got on Survivor, my strategy would be to be adaptable. And you see, the reason why I know I would do good on Survivor is because I'm a very positive energy. Just listen to me right now. I'm very positive. I am fun to be around, and I would do my best not to be annoying. And I feel like I could get as long as I could get my foot in the door, I'd be fine. And I feel like I could make it pretty far as long as I had time to get to know everybody, which, seeing as how people make themselves outcast pretty easily, just look at this season of Survivor. I know I could do really well in Survivor. People openly admitted that they will fuck their strategy up on Survivor just to keep a positive energy around, because camp life is so difficult because of being hungry, being tired, being cold, being hot. And having a positive energy around over a negative one is perfect. And I feel like I'm perfect for Survivor too, because I fit being that friend
that you keep around to make you smile and laugh, and that you don't really know how smart they are or where they're coming from or what's the tea about them. Like, I feel like people would keep me around to be that positive energy, and nobody would ever suspect how smart I really fucking am. Listening to this podcast, y'all would know I'm a triple major in psych journalism music. Y'all wouldn't know that. Y'all also would know that I have a very very high IQ, very high. Very high IQ. Very fucking high IQ. Higher than the 130s, all I'm gonna say. But I ain't no dummy. And I also think another reason why I'd be successful is because I have gone through so much shit in my life that I can relate to older people. And also, I am a very adaptable person. I can adapt to people's personalities, and I can rub people's egos, and I can handle controversy. Imagine if War Pussy got you out. War Pussy wouldn't get me out. I'd get like 19th because I would need Wi-Fi. Lol. I don't need Wi-Fi. See, that's the thing. I can go without my. I actually really want to do it mostly so I can get a break from all these computers and like screens and shit. Like, I feel like it'd be very like vindicating not to have any of this shit like always around me. So, but I feel like I could do very well because I know the game and I've been playing the game online for 10 fucking years. I can do this shit. Just give me the opportunity. And I feel like the only way I would go home is if people looked at me funny because they think I'm too feminine, or they think, oh, he's just a kid, he doesn't get it, he wouldn't understand. Let's just take him out. That's also why if I got on Survivor, I would lie about my age, grow out a beard, and make sure that people couldn't tell how old I actually was. I would say that I was 22, 23, something like that. I'm 19 now, but if I didn't get on this year and I get on next year when I'm 20, I'd probably say I'm like 22, 23. Mostly because when you say 20, they go like, wow. But when they say 22, it's not as bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they look at it's very different. And plus, you're closer to people's age who are like 26, 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'd lie about my age. Why doesn't Amazing Race air that much? Because Amazing Race does not get that many views. That's why. Point blank and the period. Oop. So it's just not that popular anymore. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Who texted me? Ha 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 ha. Oh, they said ha 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 ha. My friends put not gonna lie, my body has gotten me a lot. It's great being a girl. For real. When you get to college, it's gonna save you so much money. Oh my god. If y'all don't know, I was replying to Snapchats because I make some pretty funny Snapchats. And I said, me, I should go out and have fun and go to a party. But also me, where? With what money? Because unless I magic spawn tits, I'm gonna have to pay. If y'all don't know, in college, if you're a boy and you have a penis, you gotta pay to get into parties. But if you're a girl and you got titties and a vagina, you don't gotta pay to get into a party. Perks of having perky tits. Perks. Oop, sorry, I went full on quiet on y'all. I'm guessing it's just you and me. Well, to be honest, I don't really watch Amazing Race that much. I watched some seasons, but I don't know. I lost interest in it in the past couple seasons. Same thing for the challenge. I just didn't have a reason to want to watch it. Get what I'm saying? I just remembered I was supposed to be done with y'all a while ago, but I just keep on going, and I don't know why I keep on going. Maybe it's just because I like doing this to myself and I like talking to y'all. It should be 2 tribals every episode. Oh, 2 tribals every episode? Perfect. 2 tribals every episode. Give me that. Give me more. Give me more. Because honestly, it feels like forever when we're in the pre-merge. It's like, oh, there's still 14 people, still 13 people, still 12 people, there's still 10 people left in the game. Like when we get down to 9, I feel like that's a good point to be like, okay. But then when y'all do a final 6, it's like, really? Like you're gonna do a 3-person elimination all in one night? Because then what happens is we get like literally 2 minutes of a reunion. And that's it. We get 2 minutes of a reunion. And the rest of the time, we get no final tribal. We get no reunion, no nothing. It's just like, oh, here's the winner. Oh, you're cool. Bam. Like so many seasons now literally had like 30 minutes to have a reunion. And that's it. So whatever. I'm tired. Helpful queen. Helpful queen. Helpful queen. By the time it ends, I'm back in school. Oh, really? Dang, that's sad. Wait, what is your school schedule? What? Do you go to school over the summer and not during the day? Like, huh? It's like 2 a.m. here, bruh. I'm gonna go fucking nuts. I'm gonna go nuts. See, you know I'm losing it when I start singing. When I start going like, what the fuck? Yeah. I feel like you would be a good host in RuPaul's Drag Race. I really would be a good host in RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, I'm not even a drag queen, but I'd be good. I'd be so fucking good at RuPaul Drag Race. I feel like I'd be really good on any of these shows. Like, you know what I'm saying? But see, I don't want to just do a reality show. I want to do Survivor because I won $1 million and I want to do the show. Like, I'm not just like, oh, I want to be a reality TV star. I want to be a reality. Like, that's not what I'm thinking. Like, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm going to go on Survivor, and then I'm going to go on the challenge, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to die. Like, nah, bruh. That's not my thing. Like, I don't want to be a reality star. I want to be on whatchamacallit. I want to be on Survivor, and that's it. And then if they want to bring me back, bring me back. But I don't need to be on the challenge. Even though the challenge is not that bad a gig. Like the challenge, you get paid to be on vacation. Like, fuck me up with that shit. Like, I'll play that shit all day, every day, like a fucking holiday. Like, bring me the fuck on that show. Act a fool and be on vacation and you get paid thousands of dollars. Bitch, I'll do that shit and bring me back every fucking season. Every season. It's like being on a soap opera. But see, that's not my dream, too. It's not my dream. I applied for American Idol. They said no, by the way. But that's because my audition was legitimately bad. I didn't pick a good song. But I should have done an Aretha Franklin song because this also was around the time Aretha Franklin died. But I didn't. And oh well. And America's Got Talent doesn't just want a singer, so I'll audition for that, but they ain't gonna take me. Looking down on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. Oh, fuck, that trailer scared me. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. But you're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel like a natural woman. I'm losing my voice, y'all. Let's face it, the only reason they brought Ty in is because he's a fan favorite. I don't even know why the fuck he's a fan favorite, if I'm being honest. I sound so drunk. I promise you I'm not drunk. It's just at a certain point when I'm tired, I stop giving a fuck. Shit, my voice got so deep. But Ty, like, here's my thing with Ty. Ty is kind of annoying. He finds idols. He's loyal, but then he's not loyal. Like, I'm kind of over Ty, being honest. To be honest, the one thing that does annoy me about this list is that a majority of the people on the list, oh fuck, is this what I sound like with a really deep voice? I'm gonna talk like this from now on then. The one thing that does annoy me though about there being so many people on this list that have recently played is that I don't really need to see you back after such a short amount of time. I feel like the perfect people that got invited back is people from Co Wrong and Worlds Apart, because you guys have been off the show for so long. And I'm not talking about the Aubreys. I'm not talking about the Ties. I'm not talking about the Debbies. I'm talking about the ones that haven't come back yet for a second chance. I feel like for Ghost Island, it's going to be a perfect amount of time to wait for them. For Healers Hustlers, it's going to be a perfect amount of time to wait for them. Because by the time they do come back, Healers Hustlers, they're going to be gone for 4 seasons. So perfect amount of time for them to learn what they did wrong and wait to come back. Same goes for Ghost Island. 2-3 years to like understand what you did wrong and watch your episode back and all that shit. Perfect time. And you know what? I'll even give Game Changers a pass, because Game Changers, like, when this season starts, you have been waiting 6 seasons to get another chance to come back. So it's okay. So by this point, you have been gone for like 4 years. If even. Nah, y'all would have been gone for like 2 or 3 years.
At the end of the day, though, I still feel like
Bring someone back 3 times in the span of like 5 years, still very annoying. Like Sierra, come on, girl. This is going to be your 4th time playing in a span of 6 years. That means that you have played almost every year. Like 3 out of 6 years. 4 out of 6 years, I'll say. 4 out of 6 years, you played Survivor. Like, girl, even just like the mental stability of doing that. Just even if you didn't make it that far, you didn't make it far at all. You were the first boot of Game Changers. Even then, it's like you still like went through the casting process and were there for 3 days. 3 days is not fucking easy. Most people lose the most amount of weight those days. So, nah, bruh. What you doing coming back again? I feel like bringing back the veterans that were on Blood versus Water, perfect. They've been gone for like 10 to 12 seasons. They've been gone for like 13. This will be 13 season gap. That's a perfect gap. Wait like 10 seasons before coming back again. Jerry Manthe, didn't come back for her third time till like 10, 12 seasons later. And when she came back, it was epic. She was completely different. Like Suri, she waited a long ass time before coming back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like coming back again is just so pointless. But I'm fine with someone coming back for a second chance after a short period of time. That I'm fine with. But it's just like, I'm going to get sick of seeing you. And I know I'm not the only person that's going to be sick of seeing you. But what I do like is that there's a lot of people on this list that haven't gotten a second chance yet that would be interesting to see play again. And the people that are third and fourth timers and Suri fifth timer, see them play again. And now that more people are coming back for their fourth time is not as big of a like big deal as it was when Suri and Ozzy and Rupert came back for their fourth time. Oh, if Rupert comes back, he's going to be a fifth timer as well, which is crazy. Do you want me to leave so you can get some sleep? I mean, I'll talk as long as you fucking want me to. Like, y'all are giving me watch time, hours, and all that shit. It's just sad because I'm not getting paid for any of this like I should be. Like, really should be paid for this, but YouTube's just not paying me yet. Maybe YouTube will pay me soon. Hopefully. Maybe. YouTube, please pay me. Pay me a little bit. Just a little. Like, maybe just a little bit of coin. Like please. I really like just to talk with y'all a little bit. I really would appreciate YouTube giving me a little bit of money. Man, I don't know why, but I hate that guy who got voted off first. And Darnell. Dar fucking Nell. Darnell is fucking nuttier than a squirrel. Oh my god, Darnell. He literally fucked himself over by breaking the snorkeling gear. He had no chance of going home until he did that. And when he did that, he sealed his own grave. Just saying. Heather left the conversation again. Why is she always fucking leaving? All I know. But Darnell's a flop. It's short and sweet. That's all I gotta say about that fucking flop is that he's a flop. He's a floppy ass bitch. Hi. Bum 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 to do your thing, honey. I feel it from the start. Yeah, couldn't stand to be apart. Yeah, something about you caught my eye. Yeah, came around and changed my life. I don't know what you did, boy, but you had it. And I've been hooked ever since. Told my mom, I hope when the next season of Drag Race comes, it won't be an All-Stars. Oh, I have tea on that too, that I'm going to make into a video so I can get my watch time back up. But because everyone knows that shit, I get watch time for spoiler videos. I probably shouldn't have made this video so long because no one's going to click on a 2-hour fucking video. But again, they're going to do an All-Stars. They're going to do a 5th All-Star season. And then they're taking a break. They're doing one more All-Star. And then they're waiting. And then that's it. So basically, they're lying and saying that All-Stars 5 is going to be the end of All-Stars for a long time. And they're saying that so that girls will actually come. Because right now they're trying to get a lot of girls for this that have been saying no. And a lot of girls don't want to come back after seeing that double win. And they're saying this now so that they will say yes, because you never know when All Stars is going to come back, because it's probably not coming back. Sorry, no, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I wanted to stay. It was my decision. Don't feel bad. If anything, thank you for sticking around and watching. I actually really appreciate it. For real, thank you. Like, you're watching. There's 3 of you out there could have done anything with your night. Y'all could be sleeping right now. Y'all could be doing any fucking thing. You're watching me. And that means a lot to me. A lot to me. Thank you. The fact that you support my shit and you're watching me at 2:15 in the fucking morning. Y'all cool. Even though I look a mess, my face is really fucking fat right now. Mostly because of the hair. My hair is really fucked up right now. Elgato. But I feel like I should end this before it's too late. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. And as always, do say yes. Good night.